Happy Monday, November the 16th. Hope you are doing fantastic. Just hanging out this morning, listening to a little bit of the Ant-Man theme song. I don't know how many of you guys have that in your playlist, but it's a remarkable orchestraic event. So I hope you have an opportunity to listen to that a little bit later on. Hey guys, again, happy Monday. Bringing you another leadership lesson this week. I'm excited about this lesson. I'm excited about some of the information that I have to share with you. I'm just excited about a new week, man. It was sunny this weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful week when we only have 7 school days until Thanksgiving breaks. I know everybody's looking forward to that. Just want to encourage you to give your absolute best this week. Focus on the details of what's going on in class because that is your leadership theme for this week. You know, this movie, the Ant-Man, came out in 2015, but Ant-Man's been around for a while. So Ant-Man, once again, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. If you're following any of these lessons, these two super comic book heroes are just phenomenal in creating new characters. And so in 1962, they created a character that eventually became a member of the Marvel Avengers, which is who you see here behind me. And his name is Ant-Man. He starts off as a scientist. His name is Hank Pym. And he created a super substance that could allow him to alter the size of any item. And he used it to create a suit that not only allowed him to shrink down to the size of an ant, but he could also solve crime and prevent injustice. It was just a really cool thing. But of course, that kind of technology, it was highly sought after. So people were like constantly trying to steal it. So he spends the majority of his time as Ant-Man trying to be sure his technology doesn't fall into the wrong hands. This movie, like I said, came out in 2015. It was such a big hit, made over $500 million. And it was such a big hit, like I said, that Disney decided to create a sequel, Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm going to show you one of the opening scenes here. This is a cool scene. This is when he actually begins to understand what his technology can do. And so you're going to see him put on this suit. He thinks it's like a motorcycle suit, right? And he's checking it out. And he's going to put it on as somebody comes in and watch the result of him putting on this super suit. Those are the bad guys. They're after his technology.
Sure seems different from down here, doesn't it, Scott?
What? Who said that?
It's a trial by fire, Scott. Or in this case, water. Guess you're tougher than you thought.
Oh, I don't want to see this. Quick!
You know, the world looks kind of different when you are shrunk down to the size of an ant. So the idea for this particular lesson, we're using Ant-Man because he is able to get down to the very smallest element of each situation, focus on the details in order to solve the problem or to prevent injustice or to keep crime from occurring. And so as a leadership lesson, we always teach scholars to have big goals and big dreams. And those things are really, really important. Like when we talk about our Covey leadership strategies, the leader in me says, you know, you need to think about the end. Begin with the end in mind. Do I want to be a lawyer, professional football player, whatever it is? Set goals, set big goals. But then it goes immediately into first things first, or focusing on the details in order to help you get there. So I'm going to use an acronym this morning, and the acronym comes from Ant-Man. The acronym is ANTS, A-N-T-S, and each one of those letters is going to help us learn a little bit about how to focus on the details to be successful. So Ant-Man and ants as a colony, they know how to anticipate. So leaders understand that you have to be ready to anticipate what's going to happen so you can be ready to act. You can't just sit around and wait and see, I wonder what's going to happen. You've got to be ready. You've got to anticipate what is going to happen. That's the A. The second one is an N. I like this word. It's called navigate. Effective leaders know how to navigate, or they have a sense of direction. They kind of understand like what's going on and understand how to navigate. Oh, I need to log into Teams here. Now I need to jump over to Canvas, or now it's time for me to work independently. You got to know how to navigate the system. So anticipate, be ready to act. Navigate is the second one, and I like this T. The T says tireless work ethic. Man, if you have ever seen a colony of ants, if you've ever knocked into an anthill, you see those little critters, man, they are just constantly working nonstop. They're carrying food, they're carrying dirt, they're building mounds, whatever it is that ants do, they're constantly doing it. Have you ever seen an ant fall asleep? No, they're always wide open. So a tireless work ethic is a detail in order to help you to be successful. And last, I like this right here. It talks about your social network. If you're going to be successful, one of the details of being successful is being socially interactive. It means working with other people and participating at a high level, okay? I'm going to give you 3 things to think about this morning. I want you to think about this first lesson we learned from ants. Don't assume, instead prepare. You think about ants, man, they live through the winter. But in order to prepare for the winter, they are constantly working. They can't assume, man, it's going to be a mild winter. We don't need to store up food. Don't worry. They don't assume anything. They are constantly preparing. And that's something that we can learn from them as well, both from Ant-Man and also from ants, the insect. The second one is to maximize your time. I talked about them just tirelessly working. If you maximize your time from the moment you get up in the morning until the moment you finish school, and the moment you go to practice, and the moment you do X, Y, and Z, you can really become successful. But you got to focus on the details, and one of the details is time. We all have the same amount of time during the day, and I want you to maximize that time. Last but not least, I want you to think about how you can utilize your network. I'm going to let this play for just a second. It's a cool little video. I want you to see how these particular ants maximize their network here. Now look, you've got this leaf full of ants, and you also have it leaning up against a little tree, and there's a gap there. You see that gap? And one ant can't possibly stretch his or her body from the leaf all the way over to the branch. So look at how they begin to work together. This is utilizing your network, guys. This is collaborating. This is participating with other people in a socially productive manner so that you can ultimately be successful. As it continues to play, you say, oh, there's the bridge. And you see, now that one has made that connection, others are going to make that connection. And now they're going to have this back and forth pathway where they can pass food, materials, whatever it is. But one ant can't do that. And you can't ultimately be successful on your own either. You have to count on other people. You have to utilize them in a positive way. So when you think about some of the details, I want you to remember, don't assume, always prepare, maximize your time, and utilize your network. Hey, look at this image. I like this image, man. This is taken back in about 2016. We were over at Ragsdale High School, and we had a Say Yes campaign, which is some money that goes towards helping students get into college. And we were selected. Alan J. Prep was selected to come and perform. And one of our teachers wrote a song for it. You can see some of the lyrics in the background. And I had some hype kids, man. There's Mason and Latavia and Joe. And I see Mr. Taj Jones up there. I mean, we got some great kids here. And they are representing Blazers. They have set goals for themselves. They have earned a blazer in this particular quarter. You can see our leader's creed over there to the side. I want you to think about that possibility. You know, during the end of the second quarter, we are going to be giving blazers out to all of our scholars who have earned it. Hopefully we'll have some kids back in school by then, but whether you're face-to-face or whether you're remote, we want to recognize this high level of scholar achievement and want to help you earn that recognition. So here's what I'm challenging you to do. I want you to think about the details of earning a blazer, because we don't just give out blazers. Hey, anybody, everybody get a blazer. That's not the way it works. You earn blazers, so you've got to set a goal. The first goal I want you to set is to be on honor roll during the second quarter. That means nothing less than a B. This can happen, I promise you. I called out a lot of names at the Scholar Recognition Assembly of scholars who earned nothing below a B in all core and all encore classes. I want you to also set a goal for participating in classes at a high level. This is that social networking piece. This is working and collaborating with others. And last, I want you to seek opportunities to help others succeed, all right? Think about how you as a scholar can do those things, and that will qualify you for Blazer recognition at the end of the second quarter. I'm going to give you a moment just to chat. I hope your teachers will pause here and just ask you specifically. Now, if you're in 8th grade, 7th, or 6th, you know what Blazer recognition is all about. If you're incoming as a 5th grade scholar and maybe you're aware that we have Blazers but don't specifically know what needs to occur in order to earn those, I've given you some things to talk about. So I'm going to give you just a moment. Scholars, teachers, you could pause it right here and talk for just a moment about this opportunity to earn a Blazer and asking you specifically, focus on the details. What are you going to do to earn a Blazer in the second quarter? Hope you enjoyed an opportunity there to chat for just a moment. I got a quote for you that we'll use before we close out. The quote talks about the power of ants as insects. It says, all good work is done the way that ants do things, little by little. So you can't take huge chunks of work and think that you can just knock stuff out and get it done. You got to focus on the details. You got to do things little by little. So daily decisions, good decisions, daily, made repeatedly, are going to make you more successful than those who just every now and then think they're going to step up to the plate and take a big swing. Every day, guys, making good decisions. Focus on the details in order to be successful, all right? I'm going to send your teachers another slide with Week 13 house updates. Hopefully you're earning some scholar dollars and some points, but definitely hope you're working your way towards earning a Blazer. Have a great week, guys.